I don't know. Okay. All right. Jemima Foxtrot's going to come on. So yeah. Woo! Yes.
I'm going to stand on this. There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. I meet a woman on the pavement about my age. She's walking the opposite way. She boasts electric blue eyeshadow, neon green lips, fishnets on her arms and hair mussed up down to her shoulders. The radically focused look in her eye tells me that she's been snorting speed off a new friend's cracked iPhone all night. I offer her a minute but subtle salute, but now it is 8:45 a.m. I am on my way back from a yoga class, smugger than a newlywed, my mat strapped across my back, and drinking water from a stupidly huge bottle like I'm an advert for the hydrated. There was a little girl who had a little curl. My spirit is a ringlet, scrunched up then distended down, keeps things springy, keeps me on my happy toes, never knowing the way that the curl or the woman attached to it will go next. And when she was good, she was very, very good. All week I've been waking up at 7, writing every day, eating fruit for breakfast, filling out my German grammar book like a good girl, Pilates and dance classes, good girl, checking in on all my friends, practicing the guitar, making real vegan recipes from a real recipe book, saving the planet one sweet, cheap, virtuous meal at a time, checking in on all my friends, staying clean, fresh, washed, attractive. Who am I? CEO of myself, leader of all things productive, the empress of success. There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. And when she was good, she was very, very good. And when she was bad, she was horrid. Hopefully never a dick, just feckless, lazy, careless, up for a good time to the point it gets embarrassing. The key to having fun is knowing when to stop, and I've lost that key often. Messy bedroom redubbed in my head as the crack den. Queen of the fried egg on toast, queen of the shop bought tortellini. Sheets stinking and a bed full of crumbs, clumsy, jewellery dropped, lost and forgotten. Sour sweets at the laptop while I try to pretend to work, terrible sleep hygiene, bike oil on my forehead, crippled by an accidental sesh, seeking crappy validation from sex with pathetic men. I'm desperate for them. I'm desperate for them to tell me my body is perfect. I'm desperate for someone to miss me. And when I come back to kiss me right in the middle of my forehead. But I cuddle this chaos. This me makes sense of the world's mess by mirroring it, and if you can't beat them, join them, kid. At least for a little bit. Good me escaped a few days ago now. She darted out my bedroom. I haven't heard from her since, but now, yes now, if I squint a bit, I can see her. Little jogging dot on the horizon. sipping water from a stupidly huge bottle. Right, she's an advert for the Hydrated. Thank you. I had this TikTok in my head that's like these people going, drink some water, you beautiful but dehydrated bitch. And I always think, yeah, drink water. Nothing that doesn't improve, drinking some water, so here we go. I've been told this bottle makes me look like an American. I don't like it. But when I was going through a bad phase, I lost my expensive bottle, and then I bought another expensive bottle, and I lost that bottle, and then I said, right, got to go to Woolworths to buy it. Can't be trusted. Actually, I've had this one for about 2 months now. Thank you for listening to me. I'm going to perform a poem now, which is, that was a new poem. This one's not a new poem. It's a univocalism, which is a type of poem that only uses one type of vowel all the way through. There are consonants as well. It's not just... This would be probably too experimental, even for this night. So this poem only has the vowel E in it. It's about dating men, and it's called Tess's 10 Men. The first time my friend heard this poem, he said I couldn't really pay attention to it because I was trying so hard to make sure there are only E's in it. But trust me, there are, unless I fuck it up, which hopefully I won't. It's called Tess's 10 Men. Tess blends cheeks, preens, checks, screens men, 10 men, 10 weekends, Tess never rests. Tess meets men, endless men, lend me, mend me, feed me men. When men meet Tess, they steal themselves, then melt. Tess's cherries blessed, Tess etches men's chests, Tess rents here. Tess needs sex, yet men need endless sex. Tess schleps men's messy rented kennels, men's dredged beds. Cheers, screeches Tess. Men seem experts. Tree experts, fence experts, kettle experts, text experts. Tess kneels, then when spent every expert sleeps. Tess's bleeper beeps, 7 men left. Tess sees men, she needs them, they feed her. Men embezzle Tess, yet Tess perseveres. Men test her gentleness. Tess feels stretched, Tess feels stressed. 3 men left. Men deplete Tess's keenness. Men lessen Tess's excellence. Men shell Tess. Sperm seek Tess's centre, Tess's eggs every week. Men's sperm weren't sleepy. Tess's belly swells. Men freeze. Tess's teeth meets men's bell ends. When Tess tells men secrets, men sense Tess's beef. Men weep, help! Men flee. Tess enters her very Kent nest. Tess feels rested. Tess sleeps sweetly. Best scene yet. This poem, this guy came up to me afterwards and said, you said cattle experts. Like, before I'd have gone to all of the effort to only have E's and then fucked it up by saying cattle experts. And it always makes me laugh because he was mansplaining my own poem to me, and the bit of the poem was about mansplaining. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'll do the next poem. I think of my body as a walnut tree. I've had it since I was a baby. spread around the rocks in the way. I think of my body as a walnut tree. I've had it since I was a baby. Fists gripped around my tiny big toes. I've had it fists since I was a baby, gripped around my tiny big toes, and it is my right to decide what to do with it. To run, stretch and wreck it as I see fit. It's my right to decide what to feed it, how to treat it, what to put inside, and now it's fucking period time. Time to get it all out, that time of the month where I shed possibility, but most importantly, gain it too. I'm not pregnant. Autumn comes for a few days and then I'm free again. I'm lighter than before. Yeah, it's the monthly flowers. I'm flashing the red flag. I'm fallen off the roost. I've fallen to the communists. Rotting in a blood-stained bed and leaning into it, eating chicken nuggets dipped in ketchup, red stuff in one end and out the other. A beautiful excuse to head to bed early, light a candle, poach in the bath and cry, 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 cry. Like I mean it. Cry, 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 cry. Like I mean it. Cry like I mean it. These people who want kids to be born at all costs couldn't care less about the sanctity of life. Don't give a shit about what happens to a child after it's dragged screaming into existence. They want you to stop having sex so much. They want you to stab a flag in your body and declare it as a sacred site. Feel as if my womb is being dragged along the insides with a rusty spoon. The screws tightening my back remind me of the fact, indisputable, that I'm an animal who hurts and who bleeds. And this animal has been reckless with contraception again, so is waiting for it this time. Hopeful, like the lunch truck rolling up, smelling of frying onions. No baby today, not yet. Not today, like the train that finally arrives. Not yet, not today. It's a train that finally arrives, and I think of my body as a walnut tree. Sometimes I remember I've been stupid again. I remember I think of my body as a walnut tree. These people don't care about the sanctity of life. Sometimes you just want to feel his skin and his liquid, him in the soft inside of yourself. These people who care about the sanctity of life don't care the sanctity of life, don't care. They want to stab a flag in your body and claim it as a sacred site. They want you to stop having sex so much. I think of my body as a walnut tree. I've had it since I was a baby. And it's my right to decide what to do with it. To run, stretch and wreck it as I see fit. I've had it since I was a baby. Thank you.
Oh yeah, good question.
Fast.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a couple more if that's okay. This is another newish one. Yeah, this is about friends and food. I'm on my way to Teikoland. I never felt so good, yes. I'm on my way to Teikoland. to see my friends and their dog and their chickens, and to drink some wine and to eat their good food. The yellow flowers are taller than me and cartoonish in their beauty. Opening their sky blue gate in the summer is pushing into the jungle. Apple tree straight to the face. Long reeds like a promise of a long life and a call from beyond where they're preparing for a storm that ends up never coming. And the hammock that's striped and banana-like, and the sky that's milk spilt over clay. And some of those flowers that are taller than I am have been cut and put in a blue tin jug on the terracotta table, and now I'm sat here in Tegel, and the conversation's gonna be sweet. We're 2 glasses in when the rain arrives, and the droplets dampen the panic of what I am, of who I'm supposed to be. I'm just a woman with my friends who are starting to feel like my family, and the conversation sets life wildly spooling out. Lets it multiply. Catch a little of this bummed out world. No, come to Tegel. Catch a lot. They saved me when I had been chewed on, drained, sucked dry, drained again by a parasite. I hadn't thought of that word until she used it. She said, "How cruel am I allowed to be?" I said, "I suppose she could be as cruel as she liked." She said, "Jemima, you should always avoid him." She said, "Jemima, he's a parasite. All of the good goo that plumped me up sucked dry until I went mad, doubted myself, dreg-ridden beer can kicked in the middle, and I would give as he patched over my sunlight, turned my breeziness to wood. And my friends took me in then. They fed me food. Next day, still woozy from the booze after boiled eggs from the hens on that red terrace, I am slightly hyped by my own lightness of touch. Look at me skimming the surface of things. I'm smiling like I own the place. The made-up song from the night before playing through my body on loop. Yes, I'm on my way to Tegel, and I never felt so good. Yes, I'm on my way to Tegel to see my friends and their dog and their chickens, and to drink some wine and to eat their good food. Yes, I am full of a quiet hype for myself. I'm a porcelain sink full of figs at a variety of donenesses, a spectrum of moods. Watch me ripen, then bruise. I try to live in the marrow of the moment, where everything is as it is. But when everything as it is shit, find your friends and let them feed you. Thank you. I think I have time to do one more. I'm just going to do this obligatory book plug. I like saying that because it sounds like butt plug. I have some of these for sale. They're €10. There's lots of pages and they're all different. If you want to support me, please don't. None of the poems I've done tonight are actually in there because it's an old book, but if you want to get familiarised with my back catalogue in preparation for the next book coming out next year. Anyway, I should have told you about it. Whatever, please. I'm going to do one more poem. I was going to do another univocalism because I feel like sometimes once you've done one univocalism you get a bit of a taste for them. I wrote I'm British, you can probably tell, and I wrote a univocalism for our dear Prime Minister. It's univocalism in O. I can't call him Boris because it's got an I in it, so this poem is called Bojo. And And it's for Boris Johnson. Bojo. Knob. Knob. Wrong on lots, plots to knock boys off, robs lots of dosh, shoots off gob, not cool. Low brow, bloodshots, clown, snooty, snotty, blonde mop, old school, posh toff, no good pork chop. Cock off Johnson from London, cock off to Bolton, no, don't go north, no, cock off to Oxford, don't worry, won't look, Foxtrot's not loopy. Bojo snorts wonk. Oops. Proof only posh goofy bottoms, hobnob to top jobs, proof only gross woofy yobs, hold on to top jobs, Johnson's dodgy. Knock off top spot, won't lock bollocks off, proms, won't do voodoo dolls, not orthodox fop, mops brow, Bojo howls. Go toss dogs off. Poor dogs. Go floppy on jobs, go off to roost, go rock Tory, Jolly Johnson's 2 tools short of toolbox, Johnson borrows, frowns, Bojo rot down soon. Johnson's no songs tomorrow, no doctors, no dosh boosts, no towns, no shops, no school books for poor folk, only posh boys, only blood sport, only poor form, only room for old school poo. Only sorrow. Thank you. Have a good day.